Introduction. Poka Yoke, a Japanese term meaning mistake-proofing, is a concept in lean manufacturing that focuses on preventing errors or defects in processes by designing systems, tools, or devices that automatically prevent mistakes. The goal is to ensure that the product or service is produced without defects, improving quality, reducing waste, and increasing operational efficiency. By integrating Poka Yoke techniques, businesses can automatically prevent mistakes that lead to costly defects or rework. Poka Yoke refers to mechanisms or techniques that help an operator avoid mistakes by preventing incorrect actions or identifying errors before they result in defects. The aim is to design processes in such a way that human errors are either eliminated or immediately detected, preventing the need for corrective action later. Types of Poka Yoke. 1. Control Poka Yoke prevents an error from occurring by controlling the process conditions, such as temperature or pressure, within acceptable limits. 2. Warning Poka Yoke alerts the operator that an error has occurred or is about to occur, allowing corrective action before the process continues. 3. Automation, Jidoka. Machines are equipped with sensors that stop automatically when a defect or error is detected, preventing further defective production. Who is responsible for implementing Poka Yoke? Operators are the first line of defense, and are responsible for ensuring they follow correct procedures and respond to alerts or controls set by Poka Yoke mechanisms. Engineers or process designers are responsible for integrating Poka Yoke systems into the manufacturing process, whether by designing error-proofing mechanisms or creating systems that alert operators to mistakes. Quality control teams ensure that Poka Yoke systems are effectively functioning and that quality standards are met by monitoring processes for errors. Managers and leadership supports the adoption of error-proofing measures by allocating resources, training staff, and fostering a culture of quality and continuous improvement. When should Poka Yoke be implemented? Poka Yoke should be considered at various stages in the production process. Design phase. Poka Yoke mechanisms should be integrated into the design of the product and the process itself. This includes designing fixtures, templates, or sensors that prevent incorrect assembly or handling. Production process. During the manufacturing process, Poka Yoke systems can be implemented to prevent errors such as wrong part placements, incorrect settings, or defective materials from being used. Inspection, testing. In quality control stages, error-proofing systems ensure defects are identified early before the product reaches the customer or is shipped. Where can Poka Yoke be applied? Poka Yoke can be applied in various areas of manufacturing, service industries, and even office environments. Assembly lines. In manufacturing, Poka Yoke is commonly applied on assembly lines to ensure parts are correctly placed, tools are used properly, or workers follow correct procedures. Quality control. Poka Yoke systems can be integrated into inspection points to automatically detect defects in products or processes. In service industries, error-proofing can be applied to customer interactions, data entry, and document handling to prevent mistakes that impact customer experience. Supply chain, logistics. Systems can be implemented to ensure proper inventory management, labeling, and product handling to avoid shipping errors or stock issues. Why is Poka Yoke important? Poka Yoke is important for several reasons. Improved quality. By preventing errors at the source, Poka Yoke contributes to higher quality products and services, reducing defects, scrap, and rework. Reduced costs. Preventing defects upfront avoids the costly consequences of rework, returns, or customer dissatisfaction. Increased efficiency. Error-proofing mechanisms help maintain smooth workflows, as operators can focus on completing tasks without worrying about correcting mistakes. Enhanced safety. Poka Yoke can also be applied to safety-critical processes, ensuring that dangerous steps are not inadvertently skipped or performed incorrectly. Employee confidence. Workers feel more empowered and confident in their work when they know that systems are in place to prevent mistakes. How can Poka Yoke be implemented? Design error-proofing devices. Design tools, fixtures, or jigs that physically prevent the incorrect assembly of parts. Standard operating procedures create clear, standardized procedures with built-in checks to ensure steps are followed correctly. Sensors and alarms that automatically detect mistakes or irregularities, such as a sensor detecting whether a part is in place before proceeding with the next step in a process. Color-coded or shape-based systems utilize color-coded parts, tools, or materials to ensure the correct items are used in the process. Automation and machine stops, where machines can be designed to stop automatically if an error occurs, such as detecting an incorrectly loaded part. Training and empowerment of employees on how to recognize potential errors and use Poka Yoke mechanisms effectively. In conclusion, Poka Yoke, or mistake proofing, is a fundamental principle in lean manufacturing that aims to eliminate errors and defects in processes. By preventing mistakes before they happen, organizations can enhance product quality, reduce costs, and improve operational efficiency. Through the integration of Poka Yoke systems, such as control devices, alarms, standardized procedures, and employee training, businesses can ensure a higher level of precision and reliability in their processes. Whether in manufacturing, service industries, or logistics, Poka Yoke techniques are vital for fostering a culture of continuous improvement and maintaining high-quality standards.
This quiz is designed to assess an individual's level of commitment and readiness to learn about Poka Yoke and its importance in operations and manufacturing. By answering the questions, you'll get a better sense of how dedicated you are to learning and implementing error-proofing techniques in your work environment. Be honest in your responses to gauge your current engagement with the topic. 1. How familiar are you with the concept of Poka Yoke in manufacturing or operations? A. I've never heard of Poka Yoke or error-proofing before. B. I've heard the term but don't fully understand it. C. I know what Poka Yoke is and understand its basic principles. D. I am familiar with Poka Yoke and have implemented error-proofing techniques in my work. 2. How important do you believe it is to eliminate errors in processes and prevent defects? A. I don't think eliminating errors is a big concern. B. It's important, but I believe mistakes are inevitable, so they shouldn't be overemphasized. C. I think eliminating errors is crucial to improving quality, but I'm not actively working on it. D. Eliminating errors is essential, and I prioritize error-proofing to maintain high standards. 3. Do you actively try to identify potential errors or mistakes in your work processes or your organization's operations? A. No, I don't typically look for errors. B. I sometimes notice inefficiencies but don't take action on them. C. I often identify errors or potential mistakes and try to prevent them. D. I always proactively identify and eliminate possible errors before they occur. 4. Have you ever participated in any training or workshops specifically related to error-proofing or Poka Yoke? A. No, I haven't participated in any training or workshops related to error-proofing. B. I have attended a basic session but didn't delve deeper into error-proofing techniques. C. I've attended some relevant training or workshops and learned about Poka Yoke. D. I regularly attend workshops or training focused on Poka Yoke and continuously apply its principles. 5. When you notice a mistake occurring in a process, how do you typically respond? A. I ignore it and move on, believing it's not a major issue. B. I acknowledge the mistake but don't think much can be done to prevent it. C. I try to fix the mistake but don't often think about ways to prevent it in the future. D. I investigate the root cause of the mistake and implement solutions to prevent it from recurring. 6. How confident are you in your ability to implement Poka Yoke systems or error-proofing techniques in your workplace? A. I'm not confident at all in implementing these systems. B. I think it's something I could learn, but I'm unsure how to start. C. I'm confident I could implement basic error-proofing techniques in my workplace. D. I'm highly confident in my ability to design and implement Poka Yoke systems effectively. 7. How do you view errors and mistakes in your current work environment? A. I see them as a natural part of the process and don't consider them a major concern. B. I understand errors can happen but don't see a need for error-proofing mechanisms. C. I recognize that errors can impact quality, so I try to minimize them when possible. D. I see errors as a preventable issue and am committed to creating systems that eliminate them. 8. Have you ever used tools like sensors, alarms, or checklists to prevent errors or defects in a process? A. No, I haven't used any tools specifically for preventing errors. B. I've seen or used tools like checklists, but I haven't applied them consistently. C. I've used basic tools like checklists or visual aids to prevent errors in my work. D. I regularly use and create tools like sensors, alarms, and error-proofing devices to avoid mistakes. 9. How would you respond if someone suggested implementing Poka Yoke systems or error-proofing mechanisms in your workplace? A. I would be skeptical and might question the need for such systems. B. I'd be open to learning more but unsure how it would work in practice. C. I'd support the idea and want to learn more about how to implement it. D. I would fully support the implementation and take the lead in applying Poka Yoke principles. 10. How often do you actively seek to learn new methods or systems for improving process reliability and preventing mistakes? A. I don't actively seek new methods for preventing mistakes. B. I occasionally look for ways to improve processes, but it's not a top priority. C. I actively try to learn new methods to improve efficiency and reduce errors. D. I consistently seek out and apply new techniques for error-proofing and improving process reliability. Scoring guide. Mostly A's. Low commitment. You are just starting to explore the idea of Poka Yoke and error-proofing. Consider taking an introductory course or reading more about lean manufacturing principles to get familiar with the concepts. Mostly B's. Moderate commitment. You have some awareness of error-proofing but could benefit from further engagement and learning. Start by exploring more resources on Poka Yoke and consider discussing its applications with colleagues or management. Mostly C's. High commitment. You understand the importance of error-proofing and are actively trying to implement Poka Yoke techniques. Consider diving deeper into advanced error-proofing methods and sharing your knowledge with your team. Mostly D's. Very high commitment. You are deeply committed to Poka Yoke and actively implement error-proofing techniques. You are likely a champion of continuous improvement and lean practices. Keep up the great work and continue to inspire others. Next steps. By completing this quiz, you've gained insight into your current commitment level to learning about Poka Yoke. Based on your results, consider setting a goal to explore it in more depth. Whether you're new to it or have experience with it, identifying areas for improvement can help you better contribute to process improvement and organizational success. Send your score to the email listed in the comments section and become part of our ecosystem for further future developments.